starting something. They got to be starting something. If you wanna be starting something, they got to be starting something. Before they get over, so get untied. Such is the feeling. I'm saying it's thunder. Before they get over, you know when they get untied. Such is the feeling. I'm saying it's thunder. Take my baby to the doctor with a fever and then she found out. Tied into the street. Says she had a breakdown. Someone told me, son, so my baby, son, so this feeling, son, starting something. Starting something. Got to be starting something. They wanna be starting something. Oh, it's so sad. So get untied. Such is the feeling. I'm saying it's before they get over. You know to get untied. Such is the feeling. I'm saying it's thunder. But it's easy to be talking when nobody else is talking. Size of the rubbing shoulders. How come I'm a monster? No one told me son. Oh, my baby, crying. So this feeling crying. I mean it slowly now. Starting some. Got to be starting some. They wanna be starting some.
Yeah, Michael. They always starting something. 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 Yeah, yeah.
The evidence to back up that.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure. Well, certainly once the president assumes office, and I would assume.
Well, he hasn't assumed office yet. That'll be on January 20th. But
Yes.
now he's the president-elect. In the presidential daily briefs and the intelligence briefings he's getting, would they share with him and his top national security advisor, General Flynn, for example, a former director of the DIA, the Defense Intelligence Agency, would they share the specific information? I asked the question because Trump remains skeptical. He doesn't buy it. He says, could have been China, could have been North Korea, could have been a 400-pound guy sitting in his bed in New Jersey. He doesn't buy it yet.
Well, I'm going to try to refrain, as I always have, from commenting on politics. I'll just say that certainly once he's in office, he'll have access and be able to be briefed by the top level professionals who've been serving our country through administration after administration for years, get a full sense of the intelligence after there, and draw his conclusions. I'm not sure he said that Russia was.
I love this guy who talking right now. Because I'm almost the same way. I don't like to get involved into politics, but I like to speak the truth. First of all, President Obama ain't got nothing to do with this. Hillary is not his wife. Neither is she his girlfriend, except we don't know what's going on behind closed door. But he should be worrying about the White House and worrying about Michelle. He should be worrying about training Donald Trump. Because on every job, people have to train you for a week or two before you can catch on. Or on every job, they got 3 months probation period where people would teach you stuff. And it left with Donald Trump. If he accepts it or not, you guys ain't got nothing to do with it. But I think President Obama's job is to still train Donald Trump. The time he takes to be doing all these things, he can be inviting Donald Trump over at the White House for a little bit training here and a little bit training there because it's a different career. And he have to tell Donald Trump or show him things that they've been doing in the White House or the way they did it before. And like I said again, if Donald Trump doesn't want to do it his way, that's fine. If Donald Trump chooses to do it Donald Trump way, that's even better. But his job is still to refresh this guy on stuff that goes down in the White House. Not to be worrying about Hillary's campaign. You were not the one who was running for president, President Obama. The same way, you guys need to listen. When y'all say something, y'all think some of us stupid, we don't record. The same way Donald Trump used to make comments about Bill Clinton during the election time, people used to say he shouldn't make comment about Bill Clinton because Bill Clinton is not the one who running. Duh. You point your fingers, hello, the other finger's coming back at you. Obama is not the one who running either, or Obama was not the one who was running for president. He was already the president. So if you guys can say that to Donald Trump, why you guys didn't say that to Obama, and why you guys not saying that to President Obama? Let's be fair. Some of us can see through some of these things. It's very unfair and it's very uncalled for, and we're sick and tired because we just want you guys to close the chapter, close the page, move on to another page, change the page. If you guys keep doing this, the book will never come to an end. The story will never end. It's just going to be going round and round and round and round. Who wants to read a book and take 2 years or 4 years reading one book? Then there's no purpose of you reading a book then. If you're going to read one single tiny little book and take 4 years to read that book, then you shouldn't be reading that book in the first place. So this is almost like a book. We tired with this. We want to move on. We want to move forward. We don't want this delaying us, delaying our process. So if you guys, like I said earlier, told Donald Trump Bill Clinton was not the one who running, so Donald Trump shouldn't be making comments about Bill Clinton, because Bill Clinton were not the one, or was not the one who running to be president for the United States of America. Then you guys should be going to directing that same question to President Obama, because he's not the one that was running for United States of America either. What goes around comes around. He ain't got no business in this. Like I said, ain't none of his business. He shouldn't even be involved into this. He should not even got into this whole thing in the first place. It was none of his business. I have never seen a campaign in America like this. You people say you had it before sometimes, but if you did, well, it was not in the public eye. Like this 2016 election is in the public eye, so everything is out there in the opening. That's how some of us know about a lot of things we know now, things that we didn't know before. So Donald Trump, if you're listening to this, or if any one of your campaign members, or if any one of your workers listening to this video, just make sure you tell whoever, intelligent people or intelligent agent or Obama, tell whoever in none of their business. They were not the one who running for president, especially President Obama. He weren't the one who running for president. He ain't got no business in this. This is not part of the country job. The job he's supposed to be doing for us, this is not one of it. This was between you and Hillary. This was only between Donald Trump and Hillary. And it should have stayed only between Donald Trump and Hillary. There shouldn't have been any third party involved, because anything that has third parties is always trouble. It's like, for instance, someone and I having a fight, and then her friend or his friend get in between our fight, or get in the middle of our fight. Ain't good, because sometimes the person that get in between or get in the middle of the fight is the one who always get hurt. So please, y'all, stop it. We ain't stupid, we ain't blind. We just sick and tired with this, because you're always kind to be starting something, like Michael Jackson said. You don't want to move on and forget all this crap. You guys got to learn to move on. Forget it. We sick and tired of this. This fight was not between President Obama. This fight was between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. And it should have stayed right between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. President Obama ain't got nothing to do with it. He poked his nose in it. Yeah, they poke his nose in it. He ain't got to do nothing
do them.
but take his nose right out of it. Just how he poked his nose in it.
Responsibility.
That's how President Obama should take his nose out of it. Ain't got nothing to do with him. That fight was not between President Obama and Donald Trump. That fight was only an issue had only been between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. Hillary Clinton is a grown woman. She can handle her own fight. If she cannot handle her own fight, how in the world will we be sure that she will be able to rule our country and rule it in a good way if she cannot fight for herself? Only little girls can fight for themselves. Tiny baby girls, they cannot fight for themselves. But a grown woman should be able to fight their own battles and fight for themselves. Nobody should be getting involved and fighting for a grown woman. If she's not that responsible to be able to fight for herself, then she will not be responsible enough to be able to control that great nation, America. She won't do that because she cannot do it right now. How sure am I, or how sure are we she will be able to do that?
With the RNC third-party vendor were hacked, and various Republican think tanks and pundits, if you will, they were hacked as well. But that information, by and large, was not released.
Yeah,
is that the information you're
that's
getting?
That's exactly right. And of course, we don't know what those documents contain. It may not have been useful to the hackers or whatever the case may be. But I think it was enough for intelligence analysts to look at it and say all this information was released from the Democratic side that was harmful to the Democrats, yet nothing was released on the Republican side that says something.
Jeffrey, what does it say?
It says the Russians wanted Donald Trump to win the election. I mean, I don't see how you can draw any other conclusion.
Well, the FBI's conclusion is they wanted to disrupt and embarrass and muddy the waters, if you will. They were working under the assumption that Hillary would win, and they just wanted to make it obviously awkward.
Yeah, but you have
That's
to consider,
the FBI's conclusion.
well, you have to consider the difference between what the FBI does and what the CIA does. Mr. Carlin, who was here earlier, made this point. I mean, the whole job of the CIA is to determine what's going on in foreign countries. What are their motivations? The FBI is a domestic agency that investigates crimes and...
For almost half that price. Finally, awesome internet.
That's right. Get your home phone and unlimited internet for only $49.95 a month. But that's not all. Call right.
Compared to the CIA saying, look, we believe that Russia was trying to help,
Well,
help Donald
conservative
Trump.
in some respects, and I think you're right institutionally.
Yes.
Remember, on the eve of the election, the FBI director released information that was incredibly damaging to Hillary Clinton's campaign. The CIA did not release this information that could have been very damaging to Donald Trump's campaign. So I think that's an important historical point to keep in
How do
mind.
you see it?
Well, look, I think that Donald Trump, clearly the Trump transition team feels that this is has less to, I think they believe it's less to do with the intelligence agencies. This has more to do with the Donald Trump's critics trying to delegitimize him
That's
and
it
his
right
potential
there.
presidency. And that's why you see
It
the
got more to
reaction that
do with
they
President
have. I think one of
Obama.
the risks that he's going to
President Obama, he's a Leo guy. Those Leo people, I'm afraid of them. If nothing going in their favor, they will make sure they tear down walls and break down walls and break down doors until something go their way. They're very stubborn. They are very hard-headed, like what we call it in Africa. Their heads are hard to understand or get anything. All the thing the word is surrounded or wrapped around them. They just get different personalities. They got so many different personalities in them. One day they're going left, another day they're going right, another day you don't even know which way they're going. They are so confusing, very confusing, those people. So the best way to do them is to ignore them. Act like you don't even see them. Act like you don't even hear them. Don't answer to them. Nobody's supposed to answer to them. They are not God the creator. They cannot push your button and tell you when you're going to be turned on, like TV flicker or TV remote control, or when you're going to be turned off. If you allow those Leo people to do it, trust me, they can do it, and their thing never ends. Their story, their trouble is a never ending thing. So from the beginning, just don't allow them, period. Because the minute you give them 1 inch, they will take a whole yard and they will jump all over your head. They will walk all over you like doormat. So don't even try to give them that opportunity to even walk over you like a doormat. Don't do it.